So, we have a special guest here. We have Warren B, go by the Warren Lance on YouTube, the author of Pimp God, what your mama should have told you. I always wanted to say that, by the way.
Okay, believe that.
So Warren,
Yes, sir.
thank you for having this exclusive interview today. And some of the things I just want to know a little bit about your background, just the whole thing about Pimp God. So I'm gonna ask you some questions here, and I just want you to let it rip. Let the public, let the world know who you are.
That's what's up.
All right.
I'm with it.
So first I want to ask you, what inspired you to go? Because everybody want to know, what is Pimp God? Let's get that out the way right now.
Okay.
Who is Pimp God, and what is Pimp God?
Pimp God is really a culmination of information about the game. It is almost like that master pimp that you might go to get information that Sweet Jones for Iceberg Slim, or whatever the case may be. But it's not really an individual. It's almost like a pimpology book or what have you, that you go to brush up on your game and to make sure that you're on top of it. And so therefore, the first page of my book, Pimp God, is a throne. There's nobody sitting in that throne, and it's got a question mark on that throne. And the question mark implicates a question, and that question is, are you the Pimp God? So the Pimp God is not Warren B, actually. The Pimp God is whoever sees themselves as worthy of sitting in that throne. And so I never named myself Pimp God. I mean, I do now, but that's because the moniker was laid on me, because people started referring to me as Pimp God, and so I embodied it. I think it makes sense, so I went with it.
Well, that's what's up. I mean, like I said, I'm one of your biggest fans, and I have to admit, this is a great opportunity for everyone to know a little bit about it. Because the first thing people say, oh, the Pimp God, they start laughing if you notice anybody. Oh, the Pimp God, okay, I take it you a pimp, da-da-da. But you're saying it's a philosophy, it's a way of life. And everyone needs to understand that and, just get on some game with it. And I think that just everything that you're doing is just real fly. When I first met you, I said, this is a fly guy right here.
I appreciate
All right,
that.
so speaking, to piggyback on that,
Right.
where are you from? What is a little bit about your background? I mean, people need to know.
Okay, I was raised in Cleveland, Ohio. Most of my family is still in Cleveland, my immediate family. But I'm actually a Northwest kid, you dig? I was born on Georgia Avenue, Walter Reed, back in '73. My father was in the Army. He was stationed in DC. So I'm really a DC baby, you know what I'm saying? So it was always my desire to get back to DC, because that's my birthmark, so that I can get down and do what I came here to do.
Wow. Well, that's what's up. So you saying that your dad was in the military, and how long was he in the military?
I know he served in Vietnam. I'm not sure exactly how long he was in, but I know that we moved from DC back to Cleveland when I turned 1. So probably a couple of years, I imagine, something to that effect.
And the reason why I'm asking you that, I just wanted to know, like your dad, did he have an influence on your life and some of the things that you taking upon now going forward? What did that do affect you in any way?
Yeah, Dad represented what a lot of black men actually like in me, and that is backbone. A lot of black men were raised in single-parent households headed by mothers. So for a lot of them, it's almost culture shock to hear a man talk with no equivocations, straightforward, without caring how women feel about it. It's not that I don't love women, because I love my mother. You know what I'm saying? It's just like when people say pimps don't love their mom, and then you see Bishop Don Magic Juan kissing and hugging and loving his mother. You know what I'm saying?
So your mom is, not to cut you off, but I just want to kind of throw that in so everybody can kind of know.
Right.
Your mom is, quote unquote, a black woman?
Yes.
Okay.
My mother's a black woman. My father's a black man. And, you know, so
Absolutely.
it is what it is.
So we're going to get into the meat of everything. So I had to kind of throw that in so everybody know that your mom is black. So they can't go around saying that the Pimp God hates black women. Because sometimes when I read your comments, some people say, oh, you know, like you were telling me, some sisters get on there and say that, you know, you hate women. And even people come and just say, hey, when I'm listening to you, they say, oh, he has a thing against black women.
Right.
And that's not the case.
Right.
You know, and explain to me, what are some of the things that you try to, because you say you express, you let people know that your channel is for men.
It's for men.
Which is very important.
It's very
So
important.
when you relaying that message, why do you think that some of the sisters want to get in and always say that you hate black women? What do you think that's coming from?
I think that, again, because I came up in a household with my father and my mother, I heard my father tell my mother, no, we're not going to do that. Or no, you're not going to do that. Okay? It wasn't a dictatorship, you know what I'm saying? But it was a leadership. And a lot of households today are headed by women that's not used to hearing a man, you know, take that position. You know, and as far as on the pimp side, let me just clarify. Most of my subs know what pimp really is. It's a philosophy about success. Player in Mac position. Now Mac in my philosophy means winning. Okay, position is what you want to put yourself in by the time the game is over with. So in my philosophy, the I justifies the P. So the P stands for player. The I stands for in, as in sitting in the player's chair. You know what I'm saying? So you could say, oh, I'm one of the greatest players that ever played basketball, but if you're just a street nigga, it's just conversation. You know, whose team are you on? You know what I'm saying? And what jersey are you in? You know what I'm saying? So the I justifies the P. If you're not in the game, then you're not a player. So I look at the game of life like the game of Monopoly. It's something that you play to win. What's the point of playing it if you're gonna, you know, just take a back seat and let other people make decisions for you? You need to be playing to win.
So you're not telling people that to go out here and just be a pimp. That's not what you're saying. Is that what people are thinking that you're saying? I mean, I don't believe that, but
Right.
you saying go out and be a pimp. Is that what it is?
No, it means to be a player in Mac position.
Okay.
When Biggie was in the streets, you know what I'm saying, they might have called him Big, right? But then Biggie, once he got into the industry, the music industry, then he came across the likes of Russell Simmons, owning fashion lines and people doing movies and videos. And then Big graduated to a philosophy. And that philosophy is business instead of games. So that we're talking evolution. We're talking about going from ashy to classy. You know what I'm saying? So that's what we're dealing with. You know?